You know how some ideas for videos will just come to you at random times? Like, maybe you're gonna be bored at school or work and then you're just going to get the idea to make it. Or maybe you're going to see something that gives you an idea to make a video. Or in my case, I was in a session of respecting Brandish's design from Fairy Tail when I realized a lot of these evil elite teams sure do have a good chunk of members who are, well, let's just say, way underpowered compared to the rest. And when I say underpowered, I mean almost on the father level. So yeah, let's talk about that. So in this video, I'll be discuss. Hello everybody, I'm Overhaul Bally. Almost forgot my introduction there. But yeah, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the evil groups in the animes. For example, Spring and 12 from Fairy Tail, which may not be a good example, now that I think about it, considering the hate Fairy Tail gets. But who cares? The 10 Commandments from Seven Deadly Sins, and from what I can remember of the Akatsuki. I'm sure there are better examples and how you can even kind of count in the Vanguard Action Squad from My Hero Academia now that I think about it. But yeah, let's go through all of them. Oh, by the way, for the setup, I decided to make a little statue for some of the Lego villains I got. As you can see, I have Flintlock, that Berserker that was supposed to be from the Lego Nexus Knight season, which has for some reason not get the money in it, which does make sense because some companies make less money than the products, so I don't know exactly. Mr. E from Ninjago. Then we have Monster Tamer, Ocean Master, Joker, Jaster, Pola, that's also supposed to be from Lego Nexus Knights, Killer Frost, and Lord Kraken Skull. So yeah. But anyways, let's get into this. Yeah, a lot of these evil teams and elites sure do seem to have, well, they're being built up as big threats, and from what they seem to be, they are that. But then they always seem to end up with at least a few members that just suck and or are at least unbelievably weaker than they really are. For example, from the Spring and 12, we have Nineheart. That guy is so weak that honest to God, I don't even know if he can count as a member of the Spring and 12. Because I believe Brandish, in her moment where she's like introducing the Spring and 12, she stated that that all 12 wizards in our empire have this level of power. Which, granted, Brandish did kind of give the idea of an island damaging or island destroying, but everyone else I can at least see. I mean, how long it would take and how much energy it would take, it varies, but Nineheart just... How the heck does he even have anything? Hell, if you think about it, he was like I believe like the 4th most build-up of all the Spring and 12, maybe the 5th, I don't know. He was one of the more build-up characters from the Spring and... Then we, of course, then we have people like Gallant and Greywood and even Moleskine for my displeasure from the 10 Commandments, who all three of them just, well, Moleskine doesn't even go for it, so technically I can barely count her. But for the other two, oh boy, did they not think of anything bad they could do with them. And then for Markotsky, well, I can't really point out anyone that was really that specifically bad from them. Well, Hidan Kakuzu and Deitora, and what was the name of that? Kisami or something? You know, that guy with a giant shark sword. Those four didn't seem to be, if you were kind of letdowns, but not too big. And I guess if we also want to count the Vanguard Action Squad, we can include Moonfish and Muscular. Which is ironic, the fact that they are supposed to be the most powerful ones. But yeah. In a lot of these teams and groups that are building up, you can bet. You can give dollars to dollars. There are going to be at least one member who is gonna be so goddamn weak that they are going to be practically nothing, or there are gonna be people who are virtually impressive. You're not gonna be complaining, but yeah, nothing special. And then you're just going to have their leader and maybe someone that's somewhat connected to the heroes. And they will be the only ones that actually matter. And I know some of you may say, obviously, no matter how much build up this evil team is going to get, they will always be weak compared to the main heroes. I mean, it's just how it goes. They build up the villains, the evil group, on a giant scale, and then they have the heroes beat them to show off how powerful they've become. And yeah, that is good, but how do I tell you this? Maybe this. Yeah, those villains are supposed to be building up. They don't feel like anything. I mean, it really doesn't matter if you kind of look at it. I mean, let's look at the ones that I brought up. Neidhart, his battle with everyone, which is quite literally stay at everyone versus Neidhart, even though Neidhart, I don't believe even gets hit. I feel like just the force of someone else's magic knocks him out. And he, like, first time we see him, we just see his back when it's a rainy storm, and then we get to see another silhouette with him, with Diamare and Wall just waiting and getting into a fight. And then we all can just think, oh, Neidhart must be the more powerful than these two. But no, Neidhart is the weakest member and quite possibly cannot even count. How? He can barely count. Seriously, I am pretty sure that even people like Brandish's underling and those two swordswomen from Irena, all three of those are stronger than Neidhart. And yet he is a member of the Spriggan 12 just because it's magic, which can bring back the dead or bring back the memories. Hell, those memories and that aren't even as powerful as they are originally are. So yeah, Neidhart was an utter and complete waste of time and disappointment. Also, while we're on the subject of Spriggan 12, I'm gonna be making a series about them because even though you may hate Fairy Tail and all that, good, but I kinda like the Spriggan 12. Even if you can say they are waste of the build-up or something. Which, honest to God, pretty much every build-up to whatever group has been. So yeah. Then let's move to this Ten Commandments. Somewhat so even better examples of wasted potential. Sure. So yeah, let's think about this. The Ten Commandments. Some of the toughest, strongest warriors. In fact, it goes King, the two advisors who are actually combined, just a split form of the being that could fire and power with Demon King, and then there's them. And lo and behold, what do we get? We have Fraudren, a guy who wasn't even granted his commandment that he was supposed to be, He was just a standing, being stronger than Galan, a guy who was granted his commandments. Now granted, Galan has his power-up form, but that power-up form is pretty much only useful against Frodran, and even that I would believe that if Frodran used his kamikaze attack would kill him. So yeah, their weakest member, but who didn't even have he didn't even was granted the commandment, was more powerful than fucking Galan, was more powerful than one of their actual members. How I even believe Galan was like 5,000 levels behind Frodran. So yeah, was it no, I think the power levels with Galan was 26,000, and then yeah, I think it was 0. Yeah, was base level Galan 5 levels below Frodran, which isn't that much, but he doesn't even get double the power when he goes in his power form. He only gets increased for it for like, I believe 14,000 points, and that's it. Galan was a big disappointment. He's supposed to be one of the more combatant ones, more like one of the more fighters, no magic, and he was such a low power level. And then we have Greyward, a guy who, well, a woman, which, you know what, Greyward kind of looks like she shouldn't have a gender, if I'm being honest, considering the mask things, but yeah. Greyward, she does barely anything. I mean, it's basically just like the whole trickery of magic. She uses her magic to make people into monsters. She uses her magic for people to waste their energy and all that. But then immediately gets beaten the hell up. Hell, it's not even like something you can... you can probably say that if people like Zeldris and in fact all the more powerful people, if they got their time right, I wouldn't be surprised if they can kill Greyward and they will not be affected by the aging. Because I'm pretty sure if you kill the commandment, the command does stay in the person, it just doesn't get affected by it. But I might be wrong about that, but still. Greyward's entire thing is just weak. I mean, as soon as Mela showed up, she was like in the bottle, Greyward went to the bottle, and nothing else. I mean, even Malaskula, who died like 1, 2, 3 times, who died like twice or 3 times, has at least did something. Which, while we're in the subject of Malaskula, whatever happened to her? Like, did she die? Did she just vanished? Because we know the commandment went out of her, but did the snake form she was in just been vaporized? Although consider the fact that she'd survived Askenor's soul and that burned her just, I would doubt. Did she just fall on the ground? Because I don't believe we see anything. Maybe I should make a video about captors just disappearing out of nowhere, never being referenced again, and then just leaving them a blank if they're still alive or they're arrested or anything. But yeah, basically nothing. I mean, and granted, the commanders won't build up as much as the Springer 12, but they were supposed to be something that Meliodas feared. He's supposed to be scared of that, and the other ones should also be scared of them, but pretty much they were jokes. I mean, not much of the fact that they were automatically jokes because they were using the commandments to get more powerful. Hell, except for like Derriere, Moonspite, Zeldris, and Astarosa, or Mel, whichever you want to call him. Pretty much everyone else could be weaker than Frodran, who wasn't a commandment. So yeah, not really good. And with the Akatsuki thing, well, Deneron was more and than less powerful and show off what he could do, and honest to God, I feel like they just decided to make Sasuke as badass as they could possibly do with him. That Kisame, a guy with a shark guy, he was beaten by a guy constantly, which I don't have a problem with guy beating, no, not guy, I think, wait, no, Rock Lee, and then this guy, yeah, a guy was just taking him down every time, and how when he lost his sword, he wasn't even a single match for guy. He was a weakling compared to everyone else, and yeah, he just failed, and he's supposed to be intimidating, but he got nothing. And then we have Hida and Kakasu, were just like, I believe in only 2 long fights, and that's it. And yeah, those two were just there. I mean, Hida was, well, not 2, I mean 3 fights, but still. I mean, Hida and Kakasu, they appeared, they were supposed to be, and they just seem to have specific tricks that make them harder to kill. That's it. I mean, let's think about this. I believe they get like death blows more than every single other person. They just survive because Hidan is immortal. And Kakasu has 5 lives or 6 lives or however many lives he has. And then after that, in the whole Shinigami War, the Akatsuki are basically nothing. I don't believe they were ever stated to be weaker than their original forms. They're just nothing. And those are supposed to be the people who can take down Hokages. Guys. And they're beasts, I believe, actually. And they were just beaten up like they were nothing. I mean, again, I know they were a bit stronger, but they were just beaten up like they were nothing compared to anyone else. Even Zetsu, I believe, was pretty easy when it came to beating him. Well, when he wasn't just whoop, 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 teleporting all over. And yeah. And I guess if we also want to count the Vanguard Action Squad, well, Muscular and Moonfish were supposed to be the most famous and the most powerful ones. Well, I believe Darby was said to be the more powerful ones. Which, alright, if Darby, a guy who doesn't seem to have, who's possibly getting damage, who possibly gets weaker more flames he uses, and who doesn't have any muscle on him, or any strength on him, whatever you wanna say, because let's be honest ourselves, Darby doesn't have big muscles or anything. Darby is supposed to be the strongest on the team that's supposed to have a Nomu, A-rank villain, and a guy who is so fucking crazy and powerful that he got a death row sentence. Then you know that they are not going, then it's just amazing. I mean, I don't know when it was stated that Darby was the more powerful one, and maybe it was because of the long range, but Moonfish also has long range attacks. So yeah. And Nomu. All those Nomus are supposed to be stronger than at least the civilians or the base level pro heroes and their sidekicks. I mean, what the hell? So, yeah. It seems that all of these evil elite teams seem to have quite a bit of a suckfest. No? Correction. All of them seem to have a suckfest. The ones who aren't connected to the heroes' family members, or maybe they are directly under the main villain. Everyone else just seems to go like, you're nothing, you're nothing, you're nothing. Like, I mean, just wow. And as well, and let's look at One Piece, because honest to God, I feel like One Piece is the one that has the best characters, but even that show has, well, even that anime has problems, because the top executives, from all the things I heard from them, were pretty underwhelming. Shadow God was probably weaker than the normal executives. I'm pretty sure pretty much every member could take him down except maybe Mark Weiss, except maybe Mark and Buffalo and Joel and let's say also Dellinger. But yeah, Vago can somewhat be counted as. I mean, he was, but when he died, he wasn't technically. And then we have Pika, who I think was an annoyance. I mean, alright, do all these top elites have a member that's just there to be annoying as an opponent? Like Pika from the Doflamingo family, he was there just to annoy Zoro. Neidhart, he was there just to annoy people with their bad memories of their loved ones who died. Or whatever their case, or their enemies that they faced and they were badly managed to defeat. Then we have who do we have from the Seven Night Sins? We have Grey World, who's just hard to kill because you kind of cannot do any attacks towards the person. Then from Akatsuki, let's say Hidan, because from what we have seen in combat with him, it's pretty easy to get an upper hand in fights. The problem is really the fact that killing him is the issue, and you're attacking him when he's in that circle. So yeah. And then from the Vanguard Action Squad, Mustard is the annoying one because the fact that its gas is spraying all over. You know what? I just can't believe these are supposed to be elite teams. Not the strongest, and in Doflamingo's case, not even the closest to be the strongest, and Vanguard Action Squad are supposed to get stronger after this arc, but just amazing. These are supposed to be the things we're supposed to be concerned about, but at the end of the series, they are pretty irrelevant, or right after the story, they're already irrelevant. And it's so weak. It's just, I mean, come on, could these guys really have not been at least a bit more excited, a little more powerful? Hell, I believe Neidhart was even powered up by Irena, and that's why Brandish could just KO him. Ugh, just amazing. So yeah. Now, anyways, guys, I hope you liked this video. I hope you're gonna leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. And I hope you tell me in the comments below what other evil elite villain teams were there where they had just annoying nuisances of characters, or the power building characters were just ridiculous. Oh, another problem with these elite teams. Some powerful members seem to only exist to make up to show how powerful one of the strongest characters is. Ugh. Still, I mean, this is just annoying. So yeah, see ya all.